We have invocation led by Councilor John Siegel. Good evening.
Okay. Let us pray.
Yes.
Our gracious and loving Heavenly Father, we thank you for every blessing of life. We thank you for this day you've given us and for the opportunities that you have sent our way. Hopefully we have met those opportunities in a manner that is pleasing to you. We now have opportunity tonight before us. Bless us, bless this meeting, bless those in attendance. That we will do this business of the city in a manner that is pleasing to you. We pray in the Son's holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Councilor Siegel. Y'all have a pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The minutes for the December 4th meeting, 2018 council meeting. May I get a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the approval of the meetings of December 4th, 2018 council meeting.
I second.
Any discussion? It's been properly moved and seconded that we receive the approval of the minutes for December 4th council meeting. All in favor? Let me say aye.
Aye.
Nays have the same right. Motion carries. Okay, approval of the meeting agenda.
I make a motion that we do approve the agenda for this meeting, Tuesday, January 8th, 2019.
I'll second. If you follow the motion, the second that we receive the approval of the meeting agenda. All in favor? Let me say aye.
Aye.
Nays have the same right. If our reports from standing committees, DDRA, Mr. Rob.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council, for giving us this opportunity to speak before you each month. In your packet, and I have a few extra packets if anybody in the audience would like one. The DDRA Board has selected its leadership team for 2019. Mr. Bobby Kildo will serve as President, Mr. Pete Dennis as Vice President, and Mr. David Vaughn as Treasurer. We had a successful Shop Darlington contest during the holidays with more than $11,000 being spent in connection with the contest, with the average shopper spending more than $120 locally for each entry. This, of course, only includes people that played the game and sent in receipts. It doesn't include all the folks who may have tried to start collecting receipts and lost them, or just shopped in town anyway. The three winners have been contacted and will be appearing in the news and press and on our website, buildupdarlington.org. We are working to expand our membership. The cost is minimal and the benefits to your business or group are not. They are much bigger than that. Members can share their news on our site and distribute through our news alert system via text message and email to people interested in Darlington, as well as TV stations, radio stations, and newspapers. We can come take a photo or use what you already have. This allows you to share employee recognition, new products, sales, special hours and events, and more. You just need to give us a call or send us an email to info@buildupdarlington.org, and we will feature your news or add your events to our calendar and weekly updates. Memberships for most businesses is just $150 for the calendar year, $100 for civic groups and churches and nonprofits, and $50 for individuals. You can download an application at buildupdarlington.org, where you can also sign up for the news alerts. And in your packet is a copy of that membership application if you know any businesses that might be interested in participating. Another benefit of the DDRA comes each month with an invitation to breakfast, which several of you have taken advantage of, for businesses to network and learn about the DDRA programs and give feedback for future projects. This is our monthly members breakfast at 8 a.m. on the last Wednesday of the month at Taki's Diner. Breakfast is provided for member businesses at no charge, and non-members who would like to attend the meetings are welcome for a nominal donation of $5 towards the meal. And these meetings continue monthly through October. We are also getting ready to plan for our spring concerts, Bring Downtown Alive. If you know anyone who wants to be involved with the concert series, anybody who has some ideas, sponsorships, volunteers, anybody who wants to be involved in any way, vendors, we are going to have a planning committee meeting, concert committee planning meeting at 6 p.m. Thursday, January 17th at Mamma Mia's Italian Kitchen on Ward Street. We're planning on reconfiguring the events to have the band moved onto the street since we're closing that first block of Pearl. We're working with Duke Energy right now to get the cost and all that kind of stuff finalized as far as what we need to do. And then you have some possible dates below. Obviously, the costs are going to affect that. If you know any vendors or any businesses who want to be involved, anybody who really loves music, or any civic groups who might want to staff the event one time. If they are any way interested, please let them know about this meeting. Give them my contact information. They're certainly welcome to come. Also in your packet, you've got the dates of all the membership meetings and our other upcoming events for the year that are already on the calendar. Our annual golf tournament at Darlington Country Club will be held Wednesday, April 3rd. And our signature event, the Taste of Darlington, will be at Darlington Raceway in the garage area on Thursday, April 11th. Do you have any questions?
I'll let them know. I got one band in mind, but they cost $3,000.
A little more than,
Unless
unless you can come up with a sponsor.
yes, I'm trying to say, I was out there with a sponsor. Get
Yeah.
a sponsor for that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Good, I think moving it to the street would be a good idea, because a lot of people ask why it's not on the street. I think I'd agree with you.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be doing probably some more karaoke events. We had a really good turnout, and people had a lot of fun singing themselves, seeing their friends sing, and then, of course, there was music that was played when no one was singing. So we'll definitely have more of those, too.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Okay, Ms. Harriet Hall, is there a replacement for Ms. Harriet Hall in audience? Being none, we'll move on. Citizens wish to speak before council. You have 5 minutes, Ellen. Or somebody raise the name, okay? Mr. Donald Gilliard.
Good evening, Mayor Hines and Council. Thank you for the honor to speak to you tonight. At your November 13th, 2018 council meeting, a citizen took issue with an op-ed that I published in the newspaper and proceeded to misrepresent to you what was printed, as well as making disparaging remarks about my character. I understand she also presented you a copy of her remarks. Likewise, tonight, I have a copy of my remarks for you. This copy, however, in my assessment, outlined the facts. Because in an era where the President of the United States has been fact-checked for making over 6,000 false, misleading statements since taking office, some people think that they can just lie, say things that are not true, and impugn another's character without being held accountable. Well, the reality is that is just not true. So tonight, I'm here to state the truth, set the record straight. So here are the facts. I'm a political strategist, and I have managed and worked on numerous political campaigns. Most recently, Senator Ronnie Sapp's campaign, congressional candidate Mal Hyman, the City of Georgetown Mayor Brendan Barber. And yes, I supported our distinguished Mayor Hines, as well as Mrs. Bruce in her campaign, as we worked to turn out voters to support both of them, Ms. Hines and Ms. Bruce. However, as I said, I'll continue to say and believe that she sold out the citizens of Darlington, as well as the other 3 council members that supported what I believe to be vote along racial lines. Lathan Consulting Corporation, a black-owned female local business, had come before City Council and present her credentials to be approved as a grant writer for the City of Darlington. The Mayor and City Council approved Lathan Consulting as a grant writer at their July 2011 council meeting. Since then, Lathan Consulting has successfully written and managed 2 major grants for the city of Darlington, totaling approximately $1 million. Davis & Brown, a white male-owned company, not a local business, keep that in mind, not a local Darlington business, had come before the city council, and Davis & Brown did not have to do the same. Why? I think we all know the answer. Instead, they were just given the contract to not only write the grant, do the engineering design, do the construction management, but to manage all of the funds and contracts related to the publicly funded grant. Who does that? I think it only can happen in Darlington, South Carolina, and it has to stop. And what is the current status of submission of the RIA grant application by Davis & Brown? I think we all know the answer to that question as well. They could not submit the grant application, and nothing has changed. Sewage is still backing up because of this malicious vote that some of you all took. This is affecting the minority community. And the action that you took is stop that. Black communities have to have raw sewage because of the actions that you took. Whatever reason it is, nothing has changed. I say shame on you for allowing the situation that poses significant health risks to the citizens of Darlington to continue to exist. From what I see, Lathan Consulting has been under constant contact from some of you sitting on the council now, and from the other white racists simply because she's black. You sought out and published what this black-owned company earned for many years with the city of Darlington. But you did not seek out and publish the millions of dollars, and I mean millions, that Davis & Brown got from the city of Darlington. Racism is alive in Darlington, and it's time for more people in Darlington to speak out on its cancerous nature. Please, rest assured, I will. And by the way, you do not have to be a resident of Darlington to speak out against racism and injustice, or to have an op-ed published in the local news and press. So you can stop trying to bully the local press. We will continue to monitor. We will continue to look. And we simply ask for fairness and to erase racism. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gill. Unfinished business, item number 7, second reading of ordinance 2019-1-MSC set-off debt ordinance. We did our first reading on it last month, so we need to do our second, make our second one now.
Who line is them?
Anybody can make a motion?
Oh, okay. A little bit stunned about that.
To approve second reading of ordinance.
The second one. We already did the first one.
The second reading.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Approve second reading of ordinance 2019-01, the MASC set-off debt ordinance.
I second.
Any questions? It's been probably moved and second that we do the reading of, accept the reading of the ordinance of 2019-1 MASC set-off debt ordinance. All in favor?
Aye.
All, okay, Mr. Clerk, call me. Okay. Anybody got a nay? Motion carries. Okay. The camera, the root cutter for the vacuum truck. I think the last month we discussed about the vacuum truck that we have here in Darlington that has done an awesome job at helping people out with the water in the ditches and water that the catch basins are overloaded with. But we need a cutter. They had expressed that they need a cutter. And Mr. And the camera, do you have a report for us tonight?
Oh, that day I was supposed to get a demo of the camera company, the small one that you had to quote on, will be here at 9 o'clock in the morning at the street department. The demo, the, well, roughly $10,000 camera. The $47,000 camera now is $77,000.
I'm sorry, yeah.
The quote that we had last month,
Right, okay.
the rigid cameras that y'all had quotes on, they will be here in the morning at 9 o'clock to demo.
To do a demonstration.
Yeah.
You just found out about it, cause I got the.
I just got it.
Oh.
He just called a guy late yesterday afternoon and said he was coming into town.
So anybody that can be there, I won't be able to be there.
I'll be at work in the morning.
So I guess you would have to video
Bad
for
timing.
us.
So we can.
I'll be there.
Video for us so we can.
I'll be there.
You be there, Miss Reed?
Yes,
What about you?
I'm
Miss Reed?
retired.
Who else can be there?
I won't, I'll be at work, but
Go ahead.
I think that, if somebody's coming to present something to us, we need a longer notice than
Well,
less than
the guy's coming
10
through,
hours.
he's coming through the area, and I might get him back later, that way he's here. They
Well, I
give us
appreciate
option,
that.
let's
You
what
get it
they
back another time.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. He was at the beach today, and he'll be around tomorrow and Thursday.
If he is willing to come by, Ms. Reed says she's available, you'll have a better feel after it's done, Howard will. Why don't we have him come by, and then for the rest of us, ask him, can he give us some dates where you might have a week or 10 days notice as to those dates?
We can get him, this is the actual rep, the factory rep, so how often he's here, I don't know, but.
See what you can find out about helping line up something for, I've got to go to Columbia in the morning. So.
That's what I was just saying.
Now, whether the company from Sumter can come and bring one and demo it without the factory rep or not, but this is the actual factory reps coming through the area tomorrow.
We'll just get that, and let us know in time so we can see it too, okay? Okay.
But they didn't, the other ones were sold, they bought a couple, but they did sell out before the end of the year, the ones that was on sale. And so there's no more available, and they're roughly in the mid-77,000 or so now.
Okay. Thanks. New business. Recognition for Mr. Perry Simon, Community Shoe Shop. I remember as a little girl that, young, I don't know how old I was, I don't tell my age. But anyway, he was on Jessamine Street. And I know he did his apprenticeship up under Mr. Curly Irvin. In 1948 he started, and 48 and 49 for about 15 months. And when I went to the shoe shop first, it was on Jessamine Street. The building is still there. Then later on in 76, he moved to Darlington Street.
All right.
And I was devastated when I saw that sign out there. I thought I was reading it wrong. And I thought my classmate Carolyn, because I saw her in there one day doing an apprenticeship up under her father, working on shoes. So I thought she was going to be the next one in line to take over.
Well, we gonna have to.
But I see now we can have to go to Florence or someplace else. Because as long as I've been in Darlington, I've never known another shoe shop in Darlington but a community shoe shop under Mr. Perry Simon and his fine wife, Miss Fanny.
All right now.
And for some people to stay on a job for 69 years, that's a blessing. That's a true blessing. And I had a pair of shoes I had out started in November when I found out he was closing. They're still not fixed, Mr. Simon. So I guess I won't get them fixed now, so I guess I'm going to have to bam some of my shoes myself.
You have to go to our St. James members if you're gonna get any special attention.
Mr. Simon, I've been Mr. Simon all my life. A spiritual man in the community.
That's right.
Always been there.
St. James United Methodist Church.
Quit,
3.
Drop them off at church.
That's right, you true too. Mr. Simon, I want to present you this key to the city. Because you've been around for us, everybody. Is there anyone in here that has not had a pair of shoes repaired by Mr. Perry Simon, a pocketbook, a horse saddle or something? Anybody, can you raise your hand? You haven't.
She's new to the area.
Well, I'll accept that then. Because I've had many shoes repaired by Mr. Simon, and I know that I need somebody in Darlington to rent that spot. I mean, it's just, we got to have somebody. Carolyn, you got to come and do a little something, and then we can tap on the shoe. You got to do that.
Taught you how to shine.
I taught you a little bit, but Mr. Garland, he can take over. You can do a little shoe.
I can shine.
Oh, goodness. We don't need that. What about you, Brian?
I might need to if the rain keeps up.
I know.
Come on, Miss Fanny. You got a feeling? Get up to it.
Well, could I have a little something to say?
Oh, what you? I was going to ask you that. That's what I'm talking about. Our mic's kind of messing up, so you want to come on up here and turn to everybody and talk? Can you see you?
Well,
Go up there, Daddy. Man of great wisdom.
there's a lot of things that have happened since
It was
10 and old.
I have moved into taking over the community shoe shop.
having to turn
I
around.
took it over from a World War I veteran.
So you can look that
Look
way.
there.
Hmm?
Come on, stand here.
Want me to move around?
Yeah, come on, look out. Come on this way.
I took the shop over from Curly E. Irvin.
That's right. That's right. I remember that.
The time when I took over the shop, but during that time, veterans didn't have much to do. When we were being discharged from World War II, the government opened up the way for soldiers to make a living. And that's why I went into shoe repair, because I was called to come down to Crafton College for something I didn't know what. I know it wasn't for an education because I hadn't graduated high school.
All right.
But once I went down there, I caught the bus out here on 52 and went on down there. And when I got down to Captain College, I found out that the government had set up a rehabilitation center down there. Now what this rehabilitation center was set up for was to find something for World War II veterans to do. And while I was there, Mrs. Henry Pilson was one of the workers in the office there in Claflin. And another gentleman was there working with her. I did not know, I don't remember his name. But he asked me, did I know anyone in Darlington that might be running a shoe shop? And yes, I knew a gentleman in Darlington. And I said, well, when you go back to Darlington, ask him if he would take you in and train you to do shoe repairing. I said, okay, I'll do that. So I called the bus, went back to Darlington, went to Mr. Curly E. Irvin, which the shoe shop then was on 105 South Main Street. I asked Mr. Irvin, him being a World War I veteran, me being a veteran of World War II, I asked him would he take me in to let me learn how to repair shoes. Well, I could use some help. I said, okay then, will you give me a try? I said, yeah, I believe I will.
All right.
That was in 1950. So that's when I got started into shoe repair. You know, things was tough for soldiers coming out of World War II. It wasn't so easy to get hold to things then like it is now. It wasn't so easy for young men to take on work or jobs. There wasn't plenty of jobs for men to have, but those of you that are old enough knew how tough it was for World War II veterans. But the government didn't not get us because they set up training sessions for young men to take training, to learn trades, to learn how to do different type of things, which is why my brother, he went into brick making. A lot more fellows went into brick mason, but some fellows seem to just go into things just to get the money. And that's what happened. But my brother, he took up brick mason. That's why the shop is sitting where it's sitting now, because he learned how to lay bricks.
All right.
And finish cement. I had two brothers, one was a carpenter and one was a brick mason. So that's how I got that little shop built down there on Darlington Street.
All right.
At 407 Darlington Street. My two brothers built the building, and it's still sitting where it's sitting now. It haven't changed any since they built it. And I haven't changed a whole lot. Besides, I have changed a little bit in age. So people are asking now, why are you going out of business? But they don't realize even steel wears out. The machine that I use wears out. The ones that's in this shop now that I'm using, I haven't used that shop in the machine in over a year. But I was able to figure another way how to work with shoes and to repair shoes, and they put on soles and heels and whatnot, other than using a machine.
All right.
Sometimes you find you can't do a job, you learn how to do it differently from the way you usually do it. And so that's why now time has come for me to say I've been done enough. But I'm not completely worn out. But you you can come in the front door. No, I mean, you can't come in. As my daughter saying, no, you can't. You run in and out of that shop like you did now, but not in the front. Because you gotta have insurance. Type of insurance to protect people if something happens to them. If they come in that front door, but now if they come in the back. I still might fix a shoe or two. So I have four wonderful children, 3 females. They are with me tonight. They said they would come up here with Dad. See how it's going. And I have one son. It would be wonderful if he were living in Darlington. He could take over the shoe shop. Keep it going in the community, but he lives in Atlanta, Georgia.
That's right.
So that's why they had to put the sign out front that said community shoe shop is closing on December the
28.
Oh,
My goodness.
But tipping in the back door.
But I'm still living next door to it. That don't mean I can't slip over there and pick a pair of shoes sometimes. I put on a pair of heels just to come on. So, that's where you gotta do things without I'm just thankful to be here and I'm thankful.
You forgot about the whole life. I told him, come on, that's what come on. He coming. We waiting on you. Let me get home. Give me a few minutes. It's that she kept the books. She was at the front when you got your shoes. You called me on the phone, Gloria, your shoes ready. I just say you forgot about your life because I do the greeting when they come in the door. And that I'm going to miss.
Yeah, she said everybody said she's a mean one.
You can stand up. Hold on your bride. Hold on your bride. Hold on your bride. That's right.
That's truly a hallelujah.
Man, you don't want to get one with
With the girls. Now go and take this one first. Girls, y'all can start walking up this way. We got to let somebody edit and put a picture in a pair of Julie. We did a press release, so hopefully someone will dig so. He said he got it, y'all. He said I got you. You got it? Okay. He said it ain't over yet. Thank you. Let me take all out the cups. Thank you. You're welcome, baby. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We got a little history lesson, didn't we? Yes, we do. Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much about St. James, so my
Oh,
guest is here. Have to stop. This is right.
Okay, thank you so much for that. The update on the playground construction, Mr. Lee Andrews.
Well, that's a pretty tough act to follow right there.
Yes, it is. You better be on your A game.
I got to
That's
be on my
right.
A game back to that now, I'm telling you. Thank you, Mr. Simon, for everything you've done. It seems it's probably fitting to follow the community shoe shop with the two community playgrounds that we're fixing to build. So it's, we're getting ready to start tying community together. I will tell you that everything everything has been delivered. So everything is here in Darlington. The guys that are building it, Mr. Chris Webb, he's out of Mullen, South Carolina. He's in Columbia today and tomorrow. He's doing a 2-day build there. Then he'll be on a 10-day build in Myrtle Beach, where he's building a park down there. And then he's coming here. The first park to be built will be the Officer Terrence Caraway Park over on Magnolia Street. And then we'll get to work on the soon-to-be named park, which is something that I'm going to charge y'all with. I've got some ideas, but I'd rather get with y'all and go through that. The ticket booth at Virgil Wells is about finished. I am getting a quote on the air conditioning to get to the mayor, because she said I think that the Mayo alumni are interested in donating some money toward finishing that off, since that was not in the quote, to finish that.
Yeah.
And then once we get the build guy here, we're going to lay out where the playground can be, where it will be most utilized, where it will fit. And then I've already got some preliminary drawings of how we want to set up each place, making parking areas and fencing off some areas, picnic areas and such. But the exciting thing is the equipment's here. Playground equipment is here. It's just a matter of getting it in the ground. It will be done by springtime this year, both of them. So that's your update. You got any questions?
Okay, the ticket booth, I was told, I haven't been out there, it's kind of high. But somebody told me it was up in the...
He's cut it down. He's cut the window down. Yes, ma'am. And if it's if it's a little bit too high, we'll cut it down some more. It's just a matter of him framing it in and getting plexiglass.
Right.
So, but yeah, we talk with him daily. Anytime he's out there. Of course, it's like Bryant said, if it don't quit raining, we all will be looking for something else.
That's right. That's right.
Saint on his own.
But the past 2 days have been pretty good. So.
Pretty good.
Yes, ma'am.
What about the water out there? What can we do about it? Run a pipe up on the
I actually
ground?
met with the engineers, and the problem seems to be not on our property. The problem seems to be on the railroad property that is behind Virgil Wells Stadium. There's a ditch on railroad property that we can't go on to clear out because it's not on our property. And I think that we've tried to fix that before. I actually talked with Howard about it. And we've tried to fix that before, but to really get on that property and fix it, it'll cost us a $6,000 permit to dig that out. So what we need is some sunshine and some wind right now to get that ditch moving, and then we can go on our property and clear out what we have to get that stuff out the ball field.
Well, I got something interesting today. I stopped, I was going down South Main Street, and I saw this company that was working on the railroad there, so I got out and talked with them, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so what they told me, I was looking on the pole, and they told me, no, don't get that number. Go to wherever the railroad is. There's a different number on that pole, and I did not know that. So they said they got different numbers on each pole, so when you call that number, they have a number down there at the bottom that you can tell them about, because I know the one, they fixed the railroad on It was Avenue.
Yes,
They
ma'am.
have not fixed the one on Pine Street yet, but they're working on the one on, so you think if we go down there and look at the,
We can go look and try, it's worth a try.
and call
Absolutely.
them, because
Yes,
they say if you got in, you know, an emergency, that is an emergency.
Well, I think what he was saying is there's a drainage ditch on that piece of property that's not cleaned out.
But not cleaned out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
And
okay.
they won't let us on their property to work, because if somebody gets hurt, then they feel like they're liable and we're gonna sue
So
them.
maybe we can call them.
We can, absolutely. I'll go get them.
Was it CSX or Wyoming and Janice?
I think it's CSX back there on that line.
And we're going to pull the seat.
Okay.
Okay.
The drainage at the football field. That's all.
A lot of water out there.
The water standing on the football field.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that, but what,
Seems to be called, what I was told now by the engineer at Davis and Brown was that it's caused by a drainage ditch on the railroad property.
but that's behind?
That's behind the stadium.
Oh, okay, yes.
That's
Okay,
behind the
fine.
property. And I told him that we own the property directly
Yeah.
behind the stadium now.
Right.
And maybe we could, you know, if we wanted to, we could clear out that property
Right.
up to the railroad property and clean out everything back there.
Yeah.
We've
Sounds
actually
great.
talked to a logging company that might be interested in coming in and doing that, so.
Okay.
Sounds great. Anybody got any questions? Anything? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Department reports, no action needed. Any council comments?
Madam Mayor,
Uh,
we talked about what a good job Mr. Simon did in connection with the shoes. And I would like to personally echo that I've been the beneficiary many times of the excellent work. But what I'd also like to point out for those who may not know Mr. and Ms. Simon is what a wonderful visit it is just to go in there. You almost hope that your shoes will wear out so that you can go have a visit with them while doing that. And I thank you for the courtesies that you've always shown.
Always had manners, and the Mrs. sitting up there on her stool, welcoming everybody in with a great smile. I never went in and there was any kind of frown. Always had a smile. Sometimes I had to look for the shoes because, you know, I was mixed up sometimes. But I always got them, and I was always satisfied. And I always let go when I would get that cold. And sometimes I didn't go right there, but I went after a while and got them. But we want to thank you so much for the smiles, the faith you have in God, your family. I mean, just want to thank you for all the work you've done. And I hate you leaving because I don't want to go to Florida. Okay. And want to thank the city workers again for all you do with all this water. I know we can't stop the water. Everybody's having problems all over the city. I mean, sewers are busting all over the city. There's more water now. People are experiencing water in their yard that didn't ever have any water before. But like I tell everybody, it's just like a bathtub. When you put water in the bathtub, if you don't never let it out, what's going to happen is it'll overflow, right? So what's happening, the ground is soaked now with so much of water. And I think it's supposed to rain Friday again, I think 30%. And so I'm hoping the city's trying to do everything they can to help out. Now, that's why I'm hoping that we get that camera and the cutter for the vac truck, because a lot of people are experiencing roots in the sewer line. And that's stopping the water flow. And if the water can't go through, it's going to back up. And a lot of people are having problems, but be patient. We're working on it. Because I know I got some council people that work real hard on it. I know I'm working on it. We're trying to do the best we can for it. Thank you. Okay, now I need to get a motion. We're going to executive session for personnel, police department. Darlington City Council may or may not vote after executive session, but you're welcome to stay, come back in. You will have to leave out.
Madam
So
Mayor,
can I
I
get a
make such a
motion?
motion.
And I second.
All in favor? Give us an aye. They sound the same, right? Let me get the reminders before you go. Monday, January the 21st, 2019, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. The city office will be closed that day. And the next city council meeting, and please come out, will be Tuesday, February the 5th, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. for our regular meeting. We want to thank you for coming if you choose not to come back after the executive session. Thank you so much.